When you think about commentary channels, you usually think of people who come on and use someone else to exploit, to get their own druthers in, to get over on other people. A year ago, almost, I had the privilege, the opportunity to talk to someone, but that fell through and I was forced to talk to Mr. Snowflake. Today we get to rectify a wrong, to talk to one of the most unbiased, open, and inspirational people you'll ever meet. Snowflake's here too, but we get to talk to the great Jimmy Bunker.
Good morning.
Lovely intro. Hiya.
Perfect.
So cheers. To be fair, no, I love Mr. Snowflake and I love Jimmy Bunker. And almost a year ago, I got to express, almost in a comical way, to the character Mr. Snowflake how much I loved his content, how much I loved what he provides. But in the same breath, everything we talked about came back to one man. It came back to Jimmy Bunker and how important he was to the Snowflake Empire. I get the privilege to talk to you today, Jimmy, with Mr. Snowflake. And how far y'all come in a year. I mean, like, they love your Amber stuff. This Shaped by the Algorithm stuff is amazing. Like, you're so unbiased in the fact that when you do your commentary, you're not being hateful, contrary to what other people would say. You're very fair. You're just being honest.
I try to be.
So before we get into all that, I do have some base questions I have to ask, and I'm sure y'all said it before. How did you two meet?
We met when I was 18 and you were 26. You were 26. And I got a job at a pub. Can you remember me starting?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was like a weird gazelle.
Yeah.
Skinny, terrified.
Oh, I'm glad you're here for this interview. Yeah. And I got along nicely with everybody. And then I saw you going, doing something. And I thought, oh, who's that guy? I'm not talking to him.
I had a giant beard, didn't I?
Big giant beard, a lot heavier, not as handsome as you are now. And I just thought, oh, this guy, I'm not talking to him. And now, 16 years later, you're the only person I talk to.
Well, it's because I was the old guy of the bar at 26.
I remember.
Everybody was 18 and I was like the scary old man.
I thought you were going to say you were the Obi-Wan of
No,
the bar and I was the Luke.
I was the creepy uncle. And when I got him to go for ice and he's really scared and I followed right behind him all the way to the ice machine and stood behind him. And then I would tell you things, wouldn't I? And you'd get scared.
He tried to freak me out because I was 18 and he took pleasure in that.
I can't remember all the pranks I did to you.
But that's how we met. I got a job at a pub.
And I bullied him.
And Jimmy bullied me.
So if he bullied you all this time, what made y'all stay so close? I have to know. Like, what is it?
Just toughened him up.
He always told me the truth compared to everybody. When everybody else at the bar would sugarcoat things and just try and be nice, Jimmy would go, "No, you're a moron. Don't do that." I go, "Oh, okay. Maybe he's right." And then eventually just come numb to it.
Sounds like a toxic relationship.
That's really toxic, doesn't it?
Yeah. But again, like when you see you two interact, it's beautiful. Like to watch you two talk and just like carry on together. He's like your older brother that really does want to look out for you. Like that's the vibe I get. I mean, I could be wrong, but I mean, Jimmy does seem like he seems like he cares about you a great deal. Would I be wrong in assuming that, Jimmy?
No, I do.
Oh, we're gonna do real feelings.
Oh God,
not used to this. Well, that's nice.
Well, I mean, and to be talk about something recently, Jimmy, you look great.
Thanks.
You look fantastic. I mean, the weight loss is you look, and again, you have to kind of contribute some of that to Mr. Snowflake over here. What is that? What does that look?
Me or him?
You.
I don't mind if you say how handsome Jimmy is.
Oh, you hear it all the time. You're like under the hood of doing services. Like you're a good looking man. We've already discussed this. Women love Mr. Snowflake.
Well, I have to sit forward because he's a jet. So if I sat properly, I have to do like the Lord of the Rings false perspective.
Oh, you're not
thing.
on a book,
If I sat properly, we'll look ridiculous. We'll look ridiculous. It's like Gandalf turned up to the Shire with his fireworks. Gandalf. So I have to sit forward and pretend I'm a big man.
So to break forward into the content itself, my understanding is Jimmy finds these lolcows. Where did you find them? How did you start finding all of these people, for lack of a better term?
I just watching YouTube constantly. Get home, drink, watch YouTube, and then I'd send them lots of videos. But Amber, so I used to send him a list of lolcows and say, pick who you want, and we'll make a video about it. And then when he picked Amber, I said, don't do Amber, didn't I?
Said,
the one time I've ever been wrong about anything.
Well, it is so far. I think I just did Boogie, didn't I? And I said, have you got anybody similar? Somebody who's trying to lose weight? I think he sent me Amber. And then I said, I'll do her.
I think I sent you 5 people, and I said, pick one.
I think Foodie was one. I can't remember who was in them now, but yeah. I picked her, and then he watched a bit more of Amber, and then he went, you'll get nothing out of that. There's nothing to use. And now it's made us worldwide.
Yeah, very wrong.
To be fair, though, like he is the true baby. You ripped your shirt up and tried to tape it back together crudely. That's unfair. And yet you put all the heat on Jimmy, and Jimmy is the perfect baby. And
I've fallen in love with Amber now.
I like her. I'm back to liking her now. I like her.
I to talk about that, I don't understand the frustration she has with you when you've been the most fair. So many people would want to attack her and go after her weight and this and that. And you've done nothing but try to be a positive influence, if anything.
Well, the latest one I've done, the latest one I've done, episode 11, there's 3 parts because it's massive. It's like an hour each part. It's huge. And I keep going over it to take out anything I think sounds mean. So I want it to be fair. So I've took everything out and I've made sure I've put in things where it's just fair. But
well, that's what you said. You give yourself rules, didn't you? It was no cheap jokes.
No
fat jokes.
Like no fat jokes. That's too easy.
One cheap joke. One Jimmy joke.
Yeah, my joke.
Yeah. There's Oh, we haven't got a Jimmy joke for this.
You cut the Jimmy joke out with the other one as well.
Some I have to cut out.
How dare you?
Some I have to cut out. But I try to be, but there's a few cheeky jokes which I quite. But the jokes I put in about Amber or anybody, I think I put worse ones about you and make this next one. I've got more Jimmy jokes that he's awful.
Did you hear that gunshot?
Did you have a gunshot? I've been doing that all the time.
He's broken.
No, you broke him. Don't break him. Yeah. Don't cry again.
I know. Oh, sorry.
But beyond Amber, y'all do positive content. Like I have fallen in love with the Delray Misfits, and I get it. Y'all have to do certain content to get certain views or what have you. But like you have made me cry, and I'm mad at you for that because every time I watch the Big Richard tribute, I can't help but get emotional because I mean he was a hell of an individual. Big Richard, there's one of a kind. You're never going to find another Big Richard. So with the Delray Misfits, Jimmy, what was your take on that? Where did you come with the Delray Misfits?
It was your idea.
Yeah. I think I watched Dank Nets, Jason Genova stuff.
Yeah.
And then it just opened up a big, and I watched Beige Frequencies, Big Lenny video.
Oh, yeah.
and then I was like, I have to find out more. And then we just fell into it. And then you loved them, didn't you?
Yeah, you said why don't you do a deep dive on Genova? So then I started watching the Misfits and I said, it's going to take too long. There's too much Misfit stuff as well.
Yeah.
And then you said, we'll just do Misfits. Oh, yeah. No, yeah.
But they were all more interesting than Jason.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Everybody's done Jason. What y'all did was, and they said it themselves in their podcast, you're keeping them alive. Like you were keeping the Misfits alive. There's a channel out there called Mr. Snowflake.
Sorry.
Well, I was going to say, but you and I both tried to reach out to Lenny. I don't know how successful you were. I ended up getting contact with him, but then he just kind of fell off the planet. It was which I expect. It's Big Lenny.
I had a few messages back and forth, but I haven't done a Misfits in a while. But because I'm doing 3 parts to this Amber, I can then afford to do Misfits now.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been waiting for, where I can afford to do Misfits. Because I think there's only like 2 or 3 episodes left, and then we've finished it. So I've been dying to get it finished, like my first finished series.
And it'll be nice because obviously Richard's gone, Saul's gone.
Soul? Oh, that got his soul. Yeah, that got me.
That's.
But I think people will be really glad when it comes back. You'll be glad because when he makes the Misfits videos, it's like having a break.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch, and then it's fun to come up with jokes and put them all together.
You can see the ones you really enjoy. Granted, you done top shelf. All your work has been very top shelf, but you can tell the ones that you really have a passion for. When you do the Misfits, you could tell like you're a happy man. Like it's
my favorite thing to do on YouTube by a mile. Misfits. So
I think a lot of people don't realize that. I think they think you don't want to do them anymore.
I wish all I could do was Misfits.
Yeah.
But, I was going to say I always think of Richard when I'm in the gym. Every time I put the weights back, I think Richard.
Oh yeah, because he would tell you.
I nearly didn't the other night because I was really tired. And I thought I'm just going to go home, and then I thought Richard. And I went, oh yeah, he'd kick off. Okay, but not.
He would take you down the Everglades.
Well, see, when I see Jimmy, like I feel like he walks around like he's Big Richard. He's not like the biggest giant guy, but he has that like I will rip your head off and leave you in the Everglades because that's the mindset. It's a mindset. Like, and Jimmy, you're a confident guy. You know, behind the camera, I see you as a confident guy. Where I see Mr. Snowflake under the hood, you're just the nicest person in the world. Like, and then Jimmy's there to make sure that no one fucks with you, for lack of a better term.
Well, that's true, I guess. You used to stick up for us in the bar when people were.
Well, it's like if you see, Beethoven, the dog. Remember the movie Beethoven?
Tom Hanks?
No.
Go on.
It was a family dog.
So you're like a big stupid dog, like a big dog that's friendly, and I'm like a terrier who barks all the time.
All right.
That's it.
Thanks.
We should all watch Beethoven, the movie. It's really good.
It's not Tom Hanks.
No, that was Marmot.
There was a dog in that. Yeah.
There was. That was Hank or Otis or something like that. Trips. What was the movie with Tom Hanks and a dog? Turner and Hooch. See? That's why I have. But on the Misfits, when we love the Misfits, you've been doing other stuff.
Well, I was just going to say, I think there's 2 more to go on, and then I think we're done. I think in the next few months, it's done.
Which is going to be tragic because I love those. I love every one of those. And I'm glad you did the Misfits and not just Jason.
Yeah.
You ruined my posing. Jason is he's cringy to me. And the trailer you had leading up talks about the big issue with him after the passing of a certain person in the fitness world and the downfall of Jason Genova. That was, but you've been doing other content, and I've always heard about this guy, but not until I saw what you did on him did I know who he was and how disturbing he was as a character. Let's talk about Cyrax.
Cyrax, I knew he was going there.
Why Cyrax?
I've done 2 parts, haven't I? And then I can afford to do the next Cyrax because in the next Cyrax there's some dodgy stuff.
How did you watch all that Cyrax stuff?
Seriously. Me and Jimmy are the same mind here.
I think I just asked people. I just asked the audience and said, "Who should we do next?" Somebody said Cyrax.
You did a poll, yeah, because it was DSP and Wings. Everybody always asks for Darkside Phil and Wings of Redemption,
and then
which I have a different opinion on them than most. Which I think you'll do an amazing job with that.
But Cyrax I found really interesting because it wasn't just like Amber's just vlogs at home, really. Whereas Cyrax is all this. Do you call him a horror cow or something?
Horror cow, yeah.
It was just all this stuff. It was different, so I quite liked it. I mean, the dodgy stuff was hard to watch. That. But
you wanted people to feel sympathy for him at first.
People hated it.
Yes, you monster! You made me feel sympathy for this man. And
well, it makes sense when I finish part 3.
And then it's like, ta-da! I did this.
Yeah, part 1 is I really like this guy, so I want to see what he does next. And then part 2 is, he's not that great. And then part 3 is, I used to like that guy. So I made part 1 and everybody was kicking off saying, how can you have sympathy for this guy? He's a monster. But that was the point. I want you to love him and go, oh, I feel a bit sorry for him. And then
it was a horrible trick you played. I wasn't happy with you after that. I was like, you told me, wait till you see the next one. And I said, oh, this can't be that bad.
It gets worse. It gets awful.
Oh.
It's the worst thing I've seen.
You do that on purpose. You manipulate your audience. I mean, in a good way.
I do. It's the point. Yeah.
You like it to have a story arc.
If I just showed it and went, here's some guy you've never heard of doing weird things, you'd go.
Yeah, you don't just show a video and go, he has a scabby head.
Ugh.
That's what you would do if you made one.
If I did it on the Jimmy Bunker channel, I'd say, look at his scabby head. 10 facts about scabs.
I think that's Jimmy's. Oh God, I think that's Jimmy's first plug for his channel.
Yes, sir. Did you see? Did you notice?
Clever.
Slip that in.
I do want to see your thoughts on conspiracy. As I have enjoyed your shorts. I really like Jimmy. Like, where's this side been? I mean, like, the first thing I saw was your game show where you had a guy puking in a bucket for a good 15 minutes. But other than that, I thought it was you behind the camera, not bad. I really enjoy it. You're the other side of that coin. Are we going to get more Jimmy Bunker?
Yes. Lots. Video every day now, every single day. Forever. I don't know why I didn't do it earlier.
I think it takes some building, though. I think that it's okay to be behind the scenes, but you both are made for the camera. You both are made to be entertaining. You're just two different sides of, entertainment.
That show where puke your guts out for prizes, that was 20 years ago.
I
thought the break's been long enough.
Well, actually, what was your real call to action to start your Jimmy Bunker channel up? What was your reason for doing it?
I just had a terrible New Year's Eve at work and thought I just want to get paid to talk on the internet now.
Yeah.
I'm too old to work in bars.
Yeah.
18-year-olds don't turn up for shifts on New Year's Eve. Who knew?
Yeah. It's everywhere. No. But again, like your y'all's joint creation, that was a very inspiring. Like, Trips did a video on this channel about Tess Holiday, and it has been very productive. It's up to 30,000 views, but it was so well done, and I attribute a lot of that creativity that we started pushing forward to, because we did the way she's been doing it and we've been working on it is similar to you. You're not picking a side. You're just telling a story. You're giving some opinion, giving some humor, but you're just telling the truth, which is so different. I hate to say it, but in this day and age, everybody's looking at views and wanting to get over on somebody. Well, look how much of a piece of shit they are. I think they're a piece of shit just like you do. You're taking a huge risk, a great gamble, just being yourself. What made you go that route instead of just being like everybody else and just bashing these people?
I think I did a bit at first, because I remember I did a Jason Blaha one when I watched it back, and I thought,
yeah, but everybody just likes Jason Blaha. That's universal. You can't.
I love him. I love him. Not even kidding. I love him now.
Yeah, but that wasn't mean spirited.
I know, but I watched it back and I thought,
you're laughing at him.
Yeah, I want us to laugh with him next time.
I still enjoy the fact you zoomed in on a fly on his bald head.
That's my favorite thing I've ever done in life. Brilliant.
Jimmy, does he realize he's like the nicest person in the world, and him trying to be mean does not go over?
Yeah, but he's that's what he's like. I don't hate anybody, but I think it's niceness. You can't be bothered to hate someone. It takes too much effort.
I don't know. I think it was both of us, because when we were discussing making videos, I said, I can't remember who said it. She said, why don't you go for we're trying to figure it out. I'm sure it was you said, why don't you go for the Netflix thing? And I said, what do you mean? And you said, they don't pick a side and go, this guy's a moron.
Yeah.
They go, this is who they are.
Not a hit piece, just an actual documentary about somebody.
So I quite like that. And then I would watch other videos and there'd be like a hit piece, and I'd go, it's a bit too easy to go, this person is fat, this person is stupid. It's too easy. So yeah.
You've been doing Foodie Beauty, and universally, if you have to pick between Foodie Beauty and Amberlynn, most people watch Foodie Beauty because she's a train wreck in most regards. People consider her a train wreck. But even her, you've been very fair. Can can we look forward to more Foodie Beauty? And
Yeah.
what is your thoughts on Foodie Beauty so far in the research y'all done?
Yeah, we'll do more Foodie Beauty. I really liked her. She was fair. Somebody asked her in a live stream, what do you think about, what did we call it? Mukbang to Madness.
Mukbang to Madness. You liked it?
Yes, she said, you can tell he put effort in.
And you weren't just uploading her videos.
But it was nice that she said, she was a good sport. Like, I know Amber hates me, but Foodie Beauty went, no, it's good. Put effort in. I thought,
I will say give it time. But does this mean that y'all beezers? Are y'all going to become beezers as you did Amber maybe?
That's like her Am Babies, I think.
Beezers.
I'm a Pizzy. Is that what they're called? Pete's fans?
I'm more of a Pete's fan. Love a bit of Pete's.
Love a bit of Pete's.
I know everyone's hating Foodie Beauty at the minute, but I haven't got time to watch her enough, so I don't know why she's awful. So the bits I've seen, she's fine.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
Yeah, people keep saying it gets horrendous.
It does.
I keep seeing pictures on Twitter of her. I'll show you later. It's the worst one I've seen.
I see bits and bobs. Yeah.
Bits and bobs. That's a good way to call it. Yeah.
I know she's someone put a thumbnail of stuff.
Yeah.
I'll say this: there's a Twitter person named Peggy Hill. I would stay away from that for a little while.
Right.
It's not pretty.
Peggy Hill. Definitely looking at that, Peggy Hill. But so far, I like her, and she was a good sport about it. So I've got no bad feelings towards her. Somebody will probably show me something after this, and I go, "Oh, she's awful."
I think she's funnier than Amber.
I would agree. I think that her antics are a lot more entertaining than Amber's.
Yeah.
But some of it borders the lines of like, how is this person allowed to be in society with these things? You laughed about a gunshot. I'll say that you laughed about a gunshot.
Well, didn't she have sex with a homeless guy in a rock for some cigarettes?
Yeah.
No. She was just really horny and had sex with a homeless guy. No, that was for the Burger King was a different person. She had sex with somebody, or she was offering sex for Burger King at one point.
All right.
A Whopper.
2 Whoppers, actually. And she loves the Nashies. I don't know if y'all have those there at Burger King, but she has the Nashies. I don't know. They're Nashville chicken sandwiches.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't imagine Amber getting up to this sort of stuff.
No.
No, Amber's a little classier. I'll give Amber that. She's a little, even though somebody here ripped up their shirt. I'm not going to let you let that down. You ripped the shirt.
It was just a joke.
Try to tape it up poorly.
I love that. Because I said on the Discord.
My wife made that T-shirt.
How dare you?
You know you ripped that T-shirt up.
I've put it back together professionally with tape from my mom's place. That was somebody's idea on the Discord because I said, I'm not an Am-Baby.
If the Discord said jump off the bridge, would you?
Depends how much the pay is.
That's you tell him, Jimmy. You bunker boys for life.
Yeah, we'll do more Foodie, but Amber, I like doing Amber.
Yeah.
How many more Ambers do you think you have in you? Because I think
we'll probably catch. Sorry, go on.
No, I thought you were at 2018 now, right? You're at the 11th. I can't believe we're at the 11th episode.
2018. We've got about a year left until I catch up to the present day.
11.
What did I say?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. I'm just shocked that it's 11 already.
Because I told you it's been 10 months, and I told you one of your videos. I was listening to it in my former vehicle because I wrecked that one, but was driving home, and it was your YouTube video that helped me get, because the whole road was frozen, and I had to drive over a freeway, and I had your video distracting me to make sure I could focus. You kind of saved my life because if you drove down that road, it was just wrecked cars on either side, and I was able to get home because I had that to just concentrate on and not freak out. Mm-hmm. So, but again, it's just that good. And it's an hour long, so it took me an hour to get home, and I was like, perfect. It timed out perfectly.
That's nice. Oh, that's nice. We got a nice email today from a fan.
Mm-hmm. Ninja Girl.
Well, I wasn't going to say her name.
Oh,
in case she didn't want it.
She won't mind.
I don't know. Anyway, we've got a lovely email from a fan. You can beat that. Just put a fart in or a gunshot. Yeah, that was a nice one. Somebody who was going through a tough time and then said how nice things.
We got loads of messages of people saying, "I'm having a horrible time. You've made me laugh," which is good.
Nice. It's lovely.
Well, I'll ask you about that. What's that like now? Because like when I first started talking to you, we first had that conversation all the way back then with the hood on. You were a different character. You were a different person. You didn't really. I don't think you realized how popular you were going to become, or that how the quality of your content. Now that some time has passed, how does it feel to have that little bit of popularity, that little bit of celebrity going on? Like I love watching, even if I haven't commented, I love watching your chats because they're very positive. They love you to death. They love Jimmy. Like they've taken to Jimmy as if he's their uncle. You know, they love Jimmy. Like let's look at that. Let's be fair. Look at those comment sections and how much they love Jimmy. But and I think that was by design. I think you wanted them to see how great Jimmy is, and he is. He's hilarious, a supportive character, supportive part of your life, a wonderful human being. From what I've seen, again, I only get the basis of this. I like how you keep staring at him all like shifty, like you're the dog from The Simpsons. But but like I said, like how does it feel to be here? Were you from 10 months ago to now?
Really strange. Like I went up. Somebody told me that Narc Alert was mentioning me, so I went into a live stream last night, and all the people there were excited I'd showed up, and she was fangirling. I was like, I'm just a moron in my bedroom making videos, and everyone's going, it's Mr. Snow. Weird.
It's just strange. Everyone used to say, "Oh, why are you wearing a hood? You look so stupid." And then he took it off, and everyone's going, "Oh my God, you're so handsome. You're so handsome." Just lots of thirsty women now. That's it.
It's awful.
Thirsty. Do you watch The Boys?
Yes.
You know Homelander?
Some of the boys.
He's like Homelander.
Oh, I would agree with that. Well, no, and the thing is with him, I saw him when and can I share this? Our first conversations? They're not bad. Nothing negative. So we talked, and I told him I'm a huge fan. I watched his Tyree Sneed stuff. I watched the Boogie stuff. Everything he had done before. And I loved it. I loved everything he had done. And I said, look, I'm a huge fan. And I think before you become super popular and I get a chance, I don't get this opportunity, I really want to talk to you and interview you, like one of the first people I've ever interviewed. And he was like, and I want people to understand, like, you were the nicest person in the world. You didn't take to that popularity. You're just like, I'm just a regular guy. He sent me a picture of himself without the hood. I didn't ask, but he said, and I was like, wow. When he takes, I didn't want to say it out loud, but when he takes that hood off, people are going to go, holy shit, why are you wearing a hood? You have a good speaking voice. You used to computerize your voice and make it sound off.
It used to drive me crazy.
Yeah, but you have a wonderful speaking voice. You're very camera friendly. People are following you on this weight loss journey. I've seen people in your chat complimenting that you're inspiring them to do the same thing and work out. You can I understand being humble. I do, but you can acknowledge that people like you. You're an amazing fellow. And I don't think Jimmy, being as good of a guy as he is, would be your friend and as close to you if you weren't this amazing guy. It's okay to acknowledge that.
Are you cringing inside? He hates compliments. He's weird.
I know he does.
But see, if my brain was in his body, horrendous.
Oh my God.
Oh, it'd be awful.
You would be like Homelander?
I would. Well, I wouldn't have a top on right now.
He would do everything shirtless. He would just do everything in a wife beater. There's a tank top.
Shirtless tank top, thong.
I'm going as Homelander. We're going to Comic-Con in April.
Yeah, and I'm Butcher.
Yeah. He's going to go as Butcher and I'm going to go as Homelander.
I love that. That's good.
I love Homelander. It's nice. It's nice when people say it's distracted them from a horrible day at work or I always send Jimmy the ones when people say they're in hospital. That gets us.
I've had lots of
loads in hospital. Binged your series, distracted me for a week. Thanks very much. Just some silly videos I made to make us laugh.
Well, that's why we started. It was to make each other laugh.
I thought the worst part would be when you have to speak to other humans. When other people would I thought, the fun bit will be making silly videos, but when you have to deal with like loads of comments and people being horrible, I thought, that'll be the least fun thing. But it's the best part now. It's the best part when I upload this Amber video. We'll just check the comments now because that's the best part when everyone's excited and happy.
And usually the comments are really funny as well.
They're really good.
Like people
really funny.
People get the joke.
You have an amazing little community going. And I think part of it is because you're not fake. Like, and I can express this, like having the conversations we've had. Like the person I've talked to behind the scenes is the same person that's talking to the community. Like you've always been yourself. You know, like watching your shorts before when you would take the babe up and you were taking care of your child and this and that. And say, hold on one second, let me go take. But it was always very honest, very fair, very you. And that's what I think works. I think people, how can they hate on you or give you any criticism when you're not hating on anybody? You're being honest. You're very true to your emotions. I think you were very upset when Amber said she didn't like you. I think it bothered you.
I loved it. I loved it. We loved it, didn't we? I knew it was coming. I knew at some point she's going to say I hate them. But that's why I tried to make sure it was fair, because I thought, I don't want her to have anything to back it up with. And she hasn't really. Because I think she said what did she say? She hated me because I was biased.
You were biased, but
she didn't say what in. So we went back on a couple of the live streams and watched the early episodes back. So I couldn't remember, and I thought, maybe I was biased. And I think we watched the first 3, and I was like, nah, there's a couple of silly little cheeky jokes, but there's worse ones about you and about me. So I don't know why.
I will say this: I love the videos where you make Jimmy out to be Pete's.
Well, I did.
I did a show called Twin Pete's, and I had one episode where I lost weight, got all my hair cut off and my beard trimmed. So I ruined the series, and Mr. Snowflake was.
Wait! This is on your channel.
It's on Under the Hood.
Under the Hood is on the second channel.
It's called Twin Pete's.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go watch that now because I have to.
And Mr. Snowflake was very excited to do a full series. I said, yeah, we'll definitely do it, because I knew the next day I was going to cut all my hair off and get my beard shaved. So he'd have all this ideas that he couldn't do. So it's 2 episodes.
Oh, did you know you were getting your hair cut?
Yeah, I did on purpose. Prank. Just a prank, bro.
Well, to speak of old shows, maybe making a return, could the Snowflake show come back?
What is the Snowflake show?
The sitcom. The sitcom.
Oh, the sitcom. Or not?
The sitcom.
Oh, yes, I'd love the sitcom. I can't. If it was up to me, I'd do Misfits sitcom.
Yeah.
But I can't afford it.
Because, well, I mean, obviously, Comrade Flake is no longer with us.
He's been replaced.
Bye.
Kev Flake.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to go something else. Okay.
I thought he was going to go with Tate Flake.
Oh, well, we did have a douche flake.
I think that was early. Tate? Douche flake? Yes, Tate Flake. Tate Flake's making an appearance.
Well, and like I said, I think that's one of the most underrated shows you've done. I think more people need to see that. It was really well done. Like,
I think the Karen episode that I wrote was the best episode.
Karen episode's really good. Spoilers for the next Snowflake sitcom. Mr. Snowflake needs a roommate. Who moves in? Amber. Amberlynn Reed moves in.
How are you going to animate that?
Well, she wants her food left alone. She's got her name on it. This is my half of the house. That's her half. The hijinks we get into.
Why doesn't Feline move in with you and then we
Feline?
just do a hand? Like the Addams Family? There you go. It's written itself.
Yeah.
I believe there's another gunshot.
And a couple. The gunshot. Oh, I've never.
You cried laughing.
Yes.
Even when I finished the live stream, I was like brushing my teeth and thinking about it. I was just crying.
He got mad at me. He got mad at me for donating. How dare you?
Oh yeah, probably yeah. I get it now though. I still feel uncomfortable because when I watched Narc Alert, she was lovely, and I thought, I want to show her some. So I just gave her a little donation. But I was like, I get it now.
He hates it. It's weird.
But to be fair, you're providing people a service. You're entertaining us, and we still like. Look, I didn't realize that I wasn't a member of your channel. Like, that bothered me because I loved your stuff from the beginning, and when you got the chance to have members, I felt bad. Like I felt like, oh man, I should have been giving this guy $5 a month. It's like subscribing to like a Netflix or an additional Netflix thing. It's just it's all it is.
Yeah, but I'd still be doing it for free. So you can get Netflix for free if you want.
I don't do anything for free.
Yeah,
I love donations.
You've got your coffee app. There's another plug for you.
I've got a coffee app. If anyone wants to buy me a coffee.
What's it called? Has it got now?
Buy me a coffee.
Yep. Coffee.
Coffee.
What is it? Coffee KO. FI.
Probably under a plug.
If you send me the link, I will put it in the description of this.
Send you the
Thank you.
link.
So
Sorry.
You don't mind begging for money. You don't mind being a Boogie.
If me and Boogie got
hold on. He's not sitting here begging for money like Boogie, who just ran out of money because he blew it all on crypto. So
actually, you say there's nobody I can hate. I think Boogie might be the closest. I think Boogie's the closest I can get to. I think it's the closest I can get to.
Boogie.
Do we have another? You said before we might have a Boogie series coming out.
Yeah, I was gonna do. We had a documentary plan called Boogie: The Last Hurrah, and it was gonna be him because he was getting shipped for boxing, and it was gonna be his last ditch to get views, and then it didn't happen. And then I thought, I'd love to do another series. I really like doing shit by the algorithm. Should we do a series on Boogie? Let's just do a series on Boogie, if it works. But Boogie's the closest I can hit. Sorry, Boogie. I know you're watching.
Yeah, I'm not. So y'all, you don't sit on a fence. You're very, very straightforward. You're very open about how you feel about stuff, but you're honest, unbiased. My issue with Boogie is he sits on the fence and he's neither wet or hot nor cold. He's always
been his problem, Boogie. He's always been a fence sitter.
Well, I think I don't mind the fence sitting. I dislike crying in the crypt. That genuinely.
I'd never seen that video till you.
Have you seen that?
I've heard of it. I just
the worst video I've seen on YouTube. It genuinely annoyed me.
He's like,
him pulling a gun on somebody. Him pulling a gun on somebody and then trying to replace his wife with that really bugged me too. Like, and I get it. Like the Francis stuff he couldn't do anymore, right? Like I'll always go say one of my favorite Boogie videos was, "I need my motherfucking Mountain Dew." Like that was my jam. I love that. Like,
yeah, I did. I loved Boogie.
Let me smell your breath.
Real for ages.
I did.
I love the Francis stuff, but then he started to become something like he started the facade, the mask, as you put it in your video, started to slip, the fake teeth and all this. You started to see who Boogie really was, and it's like
mine was when he was on H3 podcast. Just
It's weird.
He was showing off about cam girls.
I get it a little bit if you're with like the bigger boys.
I know he was just kind of, and he was like, "Yeah, I like to stick me belly on her back," and I was like, "This is gross."
The air just got salty. Ugh.
I think crying in the crypt where he filmed himself at his mum's.
Yeah.
That really just. And I didn't feel it was genuine. I felt it was just for sympathy, and I was like,
it was the worst. It was the worst acting.
I think that's what gets you mad. It's because he's faked sometimes.
That's it. It's like when he made the video begging for money and he pretended, I don't want to make this, and he's trying to reach out to his fans, but I could just tell he doesn't care about his fans in the slightest.
Not even a
little bit. Care about if they have to give $5 and it's the last $5. I thought he doesn't care. It's the last $5. He doesn't care about his audience.
He doesn't give because. If he did game reviews and stuff, I used to really like his reviews of game. He knows his stuff. Just give them the content and it'll come.
Yeah.
He was looking for that quick, rich quick. Yeah, it's just.
I get it, but I just don't think he likes his audience. I don't think he cares.
Boogie, get some spicy noodles, Spice Girl facts. You're back, mate. Let's do that.
Put a hood on.
Put a hood on. Hood. Eat noodles through a hood. $5.
But coming back to being full circle, that'll never be you. I was terrified, but the people that I've interviewed up to this point, they've always been very good people. Like I got to interview some TikTokers, this and that. But going back to you are just a really good person, and I don't see you never being appreciative of your fans. Jimmy, you're like, for all this, you being the bad guy here, you're very appreciative of anything these people say and the support they've given you. Like they care about y'all. You put your heart out on a plate. And you put it out there for people, and they love you, and they don't crucify you because you're honest. You're Jimmy, and I feel like I know you through watching your videos, and that's important. That connection that you make with a content creator, and I wouldn't be here 10 months later, and I've hounded him for months. Ooh, I would love to talk to Jimmy. Oh yeah, we definitely get Jimmy on. Oh yeah, I'd love to talk to Jimmy.
I'm busy.
I'm busy.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't want to talk to you if I didn't think you were a good person. I wouldn't waste my time and I wouldn't waste your time, because I think conveyed through this camera, through this lens, watching you, whether you're wearing a hood, where you're wearing a hood with eyeballs cut out sitting on a bench, whatever it may be, you're genuinely good people. Like y'all, and I think that bleeds through in your content. So you don't have a toxic audience. God forbid that ever happens, but you have a wonderful audience because you're genuine.
I was thinking about that, because I was thinking, why is I think it's all our audience is lovely and funny and nice people. And I was thinking, why? Because other people do lolcow stuff, and I've seen their community, and I go, oh, it's a bit mean. I don't like that. So
I've never cultivated the like hating on people.
Maybe, yeah. I was just wondering, why is ours just lovely compared to some others?
Let me pose a theory to you, okay? So you have people like PewDiePie, and PewDiePie is hated by so many people because of his actions and because they saw behind the velvet rope and how he was toxic and they didn't like him. I've never been a PewDiePie fan. On the other side of that, you have someone like Markiplier, who's a philanthropist, who's honest, who's pure, who goes out of his way to help other people, and is, oh my God, y'all are the Markiplier of commentary. Like, y'all are very just straightforward and honest. If you show him Markiplier, you'll love Markiplier.
Yeah, you'll like him. He's a lovely guy.
Mr. Beast?
No, Mr. Beast. Like I said, you'll love Markiplier. Only thing is, he just, for charity, he did a calendar called Tastefully Nude, where I've seen it. Yeah, of course you have, Jimmy.
Those are old.
He also did OnlyFans. He's not nude, but it's like the side of his butt or whatever else. I'm worried, Mr. Snowflake, that they're going to turn you down, and they're going to want to see the Jimmy Bunker Tastefully Nudes.
I would do it. Yeah,
you would do it, wouldn't you?
In a heartbeat.
You could do it though.
I used to get naked all the time.
I remember. Yeah, you did. Yes, but it was just a prank, wasn't it?
It was just a prank.
To get paid, though. I mean, I'm sure Jimmy would get naked for, yeah.
You got naked when I turned up today? You're basically naked when you answered the door?
Yeah.
Good morning.
House parties, I used to get naked. I used to look around people's rooms and put dresses on and stuff.
Yeah.
Crazy guy. Crazy. Wacky.
It's hard to believe that, because you're both always so impeccably dressed. I've never seen a man wear so much cashmere.
This is my snowflake shirt. It's got a little snowflake.
Sure enough is.
Oh.
Yeah, well, this for you. It's.
Oh, I wonder why you put that on.
We were supposed to spend Christmas Day together, but he had the flu.
Oh.
So this was my Christmas Day shirt.
Oh, that's nice.
So talking about future projects, right? I was in your chat and I mentioned that maybe you could do DSP, Wings of Redemption, McJugger Nuggets, or Angry Grandpa.
Oh yes, Angry Grandpa, I thought was good. Go on, because I was going to say I've never seen any of them.
I was going to say, because we were going to do a kid behind the camera who isn't he Angry Grandpa's
son?
Yes, and we were talking about it, but got too much happened.
It's too much, yeah.
But you were really up for that one.
Well, it's why I want to finish the Misfits and Cyrax, because then I can start somebody new. But people always ask for Wings and DSP, and the only thing of DSP I've seen is what you sent, where he was having a good time.
Flogging his dolphin.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard that before. Use that from now on.
Flogging his dolphin.
Flogging his dolphin. Why do you call it that?
I have no idea. I've just heard a term.
Dolphin, hole in the top. Dolphin.
My Canadian friends would say he was pulling his goalie.
That could work.
Hockey.
But I haven't seen much of him, but people keep asking for them. I will get to them. I've just got to finish the other bits.
Well, there's a good down the rabbit hole DSP.
Oh, that's good. Down the rabbit hole's good.
It'll fill you in.
What I'll say about DSP is I think, because I have a different perspective on him than some people. Some people just gradually hate the guy. I get that. He's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but sometimes it goes to a point where does trolling and doxing go too far? The man was filing for bankruptcy, and people were literally buying his debt so they could get into the bankruptcy call and try to ruin his life even more. Again, I just like, but he's not perfect. Like I said, like he has scammed a bit, in my opinion. But if you're subscribing to him, if you're paying him money and he's begging for that money, doesn't the fault fall on you if you're giving him money?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I have a different opinion. Wings, I've not liked Wings for quite a while until they got him fired from a job. That's where I thought it was too far. He was doing DoorDash, and now he can no longer do DoorDash because someone imitated him in a TikTok account and tried to make him out to be a pedophile. And it just got dark.
But that's Lenny lost his job from Trolls, yeah.
Called the hospital or something.
They sent his
boss
his porn tape. Link to Pornhub or whatever he was on.
Lenny. I did not know that. I could have gone the rest of my life not knowing that Lenny had porn.
Oh, it's
I'll DM you.
It's worse than you imagine.
Yes.
Was it Black Lenny?
Yeah.
Is it?
He's bizarre.
Yeah. And he's yeah.
Yeah, we will do TSP one day.
We'll animate it one day.
Yeah.
The Lenny tape.
Well, I was going to say, like when you say DSP, he's done wrong stuff before.
Yeah.
I don't mind it as long as the change, because that's what everybody does in life anyway. So, like Jason Blaha did loads of stupid stuff, and now he just does his fitness, and he doesn't get the last thing I saw, he just does his fitness stuff. So I think, oh, good for you, you've learned. Good, that's what you're meant to do. I spoke to Jason Blaha. He was lovely. He was lovely.
I did some artwork for DSP. Some of his stuff, he still uses them on his channel.
Good.
I did some Sonic the Hedgehog. I did one with him as M. Bison from Street Fighter. But I made that because I started a hashtag called Give DSP a Chance. And some of that was based on the stuff I was watching from you, because I wanted to come at him from a different perspective. I wanted to just to see how bad his community was. I donated $20 just to within seconds. I was getting messages, how dare you, how could you support this guy, this and that. And I told them, you're proving my point. I just gave the man $20 and now I'm vilified. What if I walked in on this? What if I just saw this guy? I don't think he's a monster. I just think that he has made so many mistakes that they're not willing to let him forget those mistakes. I think generally he's married now. He's trying to live the best life he can. I mean, how do you enter the workforce now when you've been doing this for over 13 years of,
I don't think he could.
No.
Life can never be normal because it's all on the internet.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll go back to Amber and Foodie Beauty. How does she go back to a normal existence when this is her life?
Well, I was just going to say with Amber, but before I answer, with Amber, we were going to try and make Amber popular this year. 2023, we wanted people to just support her, because she always says, I don't want negative feedback. I don't want tough love. I just want positivity. And I thought, go on, let's try and give her a year of just full positivity. Let's show them
like cheerleaders.
Yeah, we're going to say, right, Amber, some people don't like your vlogs are boring, blah, blah, blah. Don't die, though, eh? So we wanted to help her, because it's coming. So we wanted to help her. So we planned all these nice videos. We're going to have chats with fans about the good things she does. And then she made that video, that Q&A where she said she hates me. I was like, well, forget it then. But we still will. We still will. Well,
yeah, look, the other way is not working. Being negative to her doesn't work. So I agree with you. I think you should try it. I think that, and any way I can to help support, I will put it out there with what minuscule channel I have. I will put it out there. Let's support Amber. Let's hope that maybe she can make a turnaround. I don't want her to die, just like I'm not a fan of Foodie Beauty, but I don't want her to die. I don't want Nikocado Avocado to die. But they push themselves to this point, and it's like, I cringe every time I see an Amber video, because she's getting bigger and bigger. Yeah. And eventually there's nowhere for that to go.
Well, I noticed on the comments, because I'm up to 2018 and I check all the comments on the videos, and they're similar to now, where it's not just a bunch of haters and trolls, it's loads of people. You can tell they're really frustrated, going, "You've done this wrong. Can you just sort yourself out? Because you're gonna die." So it's just people really frustrated with her, and then she'll come back with a bit of a rude answer. And you go, just trying to help you. So just, yeah.
But she's never going to see people that are trying to help.
I know.
She's in her own world.
But to look at, like, play devil's advocate with that, how do you, if you've beaten a dog its entire life, how does that dog ever take kindness? I mean, like, how do you expect her to turn around and say, oh, they're being nice? Well, they've tricked her, they've lied to her, they've been shitty to her. And they started out nice, and maybe her attitude was that she took advantage of it. But now, like, how does she take that? You know, it's hard. I can see both sides of that. And like I said, one of they call them the big three, her, Foodie Beauty, and the other one who had a boyfriend. She recently passed away. I cannot remember her name.
Oh, Life by Jen.
Life by Jan. Thank you. Life by Jan. She passed away. Like, that was it.
Yeah.
And if that's not a wake-up call for anybody in these, like, mukbang communities, like that's over.
Well, how many people have we seen pass away from being overweight and nowhere near her size? And what is she now? 32? In her 30s now? I'm in my 30s. Everything hurts. I mean, knees after stress. You must be a mess. You're getting your 30s.
I'm 30. I'll be 37 in June, and I used to be 350 or 530 pounds.
Whoa.
And a lot. When I met you, I had just started really losing a lot of the weight. So, but everything hurts. Like, I can't imagine what I'd be doing at 530 pounds right now. Like, my knees and everything. Nothing heals as fast as it used to. I can drink a fucking 3 beers and I've got a hangover in the morning. Everything sucks and I'm miserable, and I know how to
get worse.
I think my heaviest was 250 pounds. And it wasn't just fat 'cause I was in the gym, but it was plenty of fat, 250, and I felt.
But you're built. No, that's not fair, because you're built like a Grecian god.
Well, yeah, but no, it was. But even that, the 250 pounds, I felt awful.
Look, you can't say that when me and Jimmy are normal people. All right, we're struggling with life, and you were built by Adonis.
Well, it's a lot of hard work.
A lot of hard work to be tall. Well done. You do put yourself on a rack.
To be fair, I'm 6'5", so.
You're 6'5".
Oh, sorry, man. You drew the shots, sure.
Literally.
You made me spit.
What was I going to say there? Yeah, when I was 250, even though, but it was still, I couldn't walk very far. It's because you're 250 pounds.
Yeah.
And if you're 520, I just worry. I mean, how old was Life by Jen?
I don't think she was even 40 yet.
And there was another one the other week. I hadn't heard of it before. It just came up on Twitter. Some famous, I forgot her name now, but she was obese. I think she died at 37. I thought 37.
I'll be 6 months away from me. I couldn't imagine it.
37. It's like Amber. It's 500 and something pounds. She's getting up there. She's getting closer to 600 at some point.
Yeah, and the thing is, she started out at 3, right? Like when her channel first started.
330. And it's just, I know I'm wasting my time because it's like trying to help. I don't know, an alcoholic or somebody. It's not.
Well, if you told me to stop drinking, I'd be like, no.
You'd make excuses and you'd justify it in your head. But she does, like lymphedema and all the other reasons why she's 520 pounds. Amber, you're not 520 pounds because of lymphedema.
Stop.
And Boogie. So hopefully she just sorts herself out this year.
I hope. Like I said, I love the message you are passing on. We're coming up to that hour mark, and like I said, it flies by every time I talk to you guys because like you're just fucking wonderful people to talk to. So I've asked you this, Mr. Snowflake. I'm going to ask Jimmy Bunker. Jimmy, you people are really starting to get behind the Bunker Boys. They are starting to really like they love you. Like you're everybody. Who doesn't want to be a Bunker Boy, right? I'm waiting for the merch, Jimmy. I'm waiting for the T-shirts. All right, Teespring, whatever you decide. Okay, we need that. We also need the snowmen and the Bunker Boys. You know, I'm a
snow plebs. Snow plebs and bunker boys and bunker bears.
Well, I was thinking of bunker buddies.
That's
it's more inclusive because bunker boys makes me sound like I'm the new Gavin McGuinness.
Just a bit, yeah.
So it's bunker buddies. We're
Bunker
all
buddies.
buddies.
Well, you
Oh,
could
so-
also get, if you could find someone who could produce them, you can get little plushies made that look like Jimmy Bunker, and they could be bunker buddies.
Oh,
Your
yes.
ego would
Oh my god,
I'm here for you. I got you.
that's good.
It's good, actually.
Oh yeah, Jimmy toys. Yeah,
Yeah.
I want Jimmy plushies.
Somebody will know how to do
You
that.
just squeeze it and it goes. Give me money.
What would
Or-
mine say?
and you
Who's
can-
mine?
Just yawn. I would giggle, tee-hee, 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 tee-hee. And then every 5 tee-hees, it's a gunshot. Tee-hee, tee-hee, tee-hee.
Oh man, Jimmy's could do like they make a grogging sound every 5. It says "piss off" or something like that. Just
Yeah, piss off, poo off. I've got the poo crew as well. That's my secret VIP club. You can be part of the poo club. I told a fan once to poo off, and it stuck. No pun intended. So people say the poo crew. I'm the Pope of the poo crew.
Yeah, it's true.
So the question I'm going to ask Jimmy, where do you see yourself in 3 years, 4 years?
Older. I don't know. Hopefully, that was terrible, wasn't it?
That's why I'm laughing.
It's so true.
Don't know. Hopefully, I get better at editing, and the Jimmy Bunker channel overtakes Mr. Beast.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I really thought he was going to say Mr. Snowflake.
Oh, that's small potatoes. Is that the
Small.
same?
Is it? I've never heard that.
Now it's a thing. Small potatoes.
I think he'll be doing it for a job, which would be nice.
Oh yeah,
would love
doing
that.
it full time would be good.
And you can feel the stress.
Because I've challenged myself to get a video out every day for as long as I can, but I have to. Sometimes at work I do like 14 hours, so it's hard to. Even though they're like 10 minutes of me eating something.
Well, then, and I can't question your work ethic, and I think you're someone who needs a challenge. Go like when y'all were talking about the competition between you two, you took it serious. Like you tell your physique has changed. Like you don't, not just the haircut, the beard, and all that. Like you look good. Like you look a lot better than we first saw you, and I hope that it continues. I hope it continues because we want to see Jimmy Bunker around for a long, long time. We want to see
I think Amber's helped me. Because watching Amber, I was
Helps me.
all the excuses. I thought, I do that.
I'll do that.
I do that.
Yeah.
I like the idea that all of this comes together, and you two have just like y'all have established what it is to be good friends, and y'all are like more like brothers, in my opinion. Like the way you fucking go at each other and the way you work together. Oh, it's precious. That being said, for anyone watching this channel who hasn't seen Mr. Snowflake or Jimmy Bunker, their channels will be in the description, as well as Jimmy's coffee link as soon as Mr. Snowflake or Jimmy sends it to me. But if you haven't, you're missing out. Go back, look at the catalog of the work they've done together. They're two amazing gentlemen who do phenomenal. They're entertaining, and more importantly, they're genuine. And we need more of that as far as content creators. You guys, I appreciate the time. I know you're both busy, especially you, Jimmy. Thank you so much for giving me this. I'm going to outro us and just hang tight, all right? That being said, I'm Dan. That's Jimmy and Mr. Snowflake.
It was Dan.
See you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.